So your team was one of the first adopters of Decagon Voice. I wanted to ask, how do you think about voice as a channel? So there's multiple options for folks to write in. Do you see voice growing in the future? Do you see chat becoming more dominant? How do you internally view voice as a channel?
So for us, voice is critical, and it may be different for all of our businesses, but again, like when we are someone's primary financial relationship, it usually has a level of urgency, right? When your account balance doesn't look right, when you're seeing transactions you don't recognize, that feels a sense of urgency. And so our customers tend to call us. 80% of our volume is through voice. And that's why we were really interested in seeing what we could do with chat, so we could build on that to do voice. And I think one of the best things for us with us around voice was the fact that Decagon already knew our customers. We had learned together about what a good written Gen AI experience looks like, that we could, okay, I'm not a technologist. It's not as simple as speaking what would otherwise be chatted and typed. I get that. But there's a lot you can build on about the way that we educate a customer, the way that Jade, our bot, explains things. And so that for us was really important to get nailed, so that as we got into voice, which is 80% of our volume, we knew from the get-go we'd be delivering an experience that's higher quality. And you've already highlighted some of the benefits we've seen there. Can I read you something that
yes,
I
print?
I know it's like, I don't want to sound like a old fogey, but I printed it because I couldn't figure out how to get it onto my phone off of our ecosystems. One thing that for me has been fascinating on the phone side, because we get transcripts, right, of everything, is what our customers will say at the end of the conversation. I just want to read you two of them to give, I think, Jesse, like an illustration of what we're starting to see. So, the customer calls about a problem with where to deposit cash, and this is what they say at the end of the conversation. I'm really now starting to dig this AI stuff because you're really breaking things down, and I'm not feeling like I'm inadequate by talking to a robot, and you have the most fabulous voice, and you take your time, and I really appreciate what you've done. To the bot. To the bot. And this is the other one I like. I'll stop after this. So Jade, the bot, says they've dealt with the problem. Is there anything else that you need assistance with? Feel free to ask. And this is what our customer says back to Jade on the phone. No, you've been great. I mean, you've been a great deal of help, and I appreciate you so much, and I hope you have an amazing day. I mean, I know you're probably a robot or something, but you sure sound real. Thanks. Isn't that great? And that is, and Jesse, you know this, like that is so fundamental to what we're doing. It is about creating a customer experience that reflects what we know that our agents can do, so we can evolve the way that our agents get used for more and more complex things, for more of those nuanced things that are really important to maintaining the relationship, but let us handle those tens of millions of pretty straightforward questions where that customer needs a bit of education or they need a transactional resolution through a really relatively cost-efficient solution. We don't have to train up people. Jade never needs, a weekend off, right? Like, it's so much easier for us, but our customers still feel the high quality, and that for us is what's critical